everybody give a welcome. These guys are Patriots, Mary Beth. We love After Dark with the G's is my personal favorite. Don't tell anyone, but anyway. Happy to hear it. Easy now.
How you doing, guys? Good to see y'all out here. Really come here prepared to talk or something like that. Come here with the citizens of Missouri. You know, that's what we all should be doing. We should all be getting together. You know, the problem with this country is we're so divided. We're so divided to the left and so divided to the right. We just come together because we all want freedom. Either side, I don't care what side you think we are, or you're not. We're Americans, is what we are, and that's what we need to be. Everything else is just old, to be honest with you, in my opinion. You guys have all seen me go up on stage and talk throughout the month. I read a poem, and I promised everybody this. As long as I get up on stage, every time I have a mic in my hand, I'm going to read that poem. I'd like to share it with you guys, if you don't mind. A visitor from our past. I had a dream the other night. I didn't understand. A figure walking through the mist with a flip-flop in his hand. His clothes were torn and dirty as he stood there by my bed. He doffed his three-cornered hat and speaking low he said, "We fought the revolution to secure our liberty. We wrote the Constitution as a shield from tyranny. For future generations, this legacy we gave, and this the free, the land of the free, and the home of the brave. The freedom we secured for you, we hope you'd always keep. But tyrants labored endlessly while your parents were asleep. Your freedom gone, your courage lost, you're no more than a slave. And this is the land of the free and the home of the brave." We're not done. It's kind of long. You buy permits to travel and permits to own a gun, permits to start a business or to build a place of one. On land you believe your own, you pay a yearly rent, although you have no voice and choose to have a money spent. Your children must attend a school that doesn't educate. Your Christian values can't be taught according to the state. You read about current news in regulated press. You pay a tax you do not owe to please the IRS. Your money is no longer made of silver or of gold. You trade your wealth for paper, so your life can be controlled. You pay for crimes that make our nation turn from God into shame. You've taken Satan's number as you trade it in your name. You've given government control to those who do you harm, so they can padlock churches and steal the family farm. And keep your country deep in debt, put men of God in jail, harass your fellow countrymen while corrupt courts prevail. Your public servants don't uphold the solemn oath they've sworn. Your daughters visit doctors, so children won't be born. Your leadership artillery and guns to foreign shores, and send your sons to slaughter, fighting other people's wars. Can you regain the freedom for which we fought and died? Do you have the courage and the faith to stand with pride? Are there no more values for which you'll fight to save? Or do you wish your children to live in fear and be enslaved? People of the Republic, arise and take a stand. Defend the Constitution, the supreme law of the land. Preserve our great Republic and God-given right, and pray to God to keep the torch of freedom burning bright. As I awoke, he vanished in the mist from which he came. His words were true. We are not free. We have ourselves to blame. For even now, as tyrants trample each God-given right, we only watch and tremble, too afraid to stand in the fight. If you stood by your bedside in a dream while you were asleep, and wondered for what remains of our rights he fought to keep, what would be your answer if he called out from the grave? Is this still the land of the free and home of the brave? That poem right there says every reason why I'm here today, every reason why I gave 3 months of my life and my family's life and sacrificed everything I've got. I've sold everything from my house to every possession I have. Well, my house still haven't sold. I'm still waiting for it to sell. But I sold every possession I have to spend 3 months in D.C. to fight for the rights of people that just don't care.
Woo! Thank you.
I'm not here for anything. we look around and some people are talking and nobody wants to listen to what's going on. And that's what's happened from coast to coast. People just don't care. You know how many people I went up to and had no idea the different laws and bills that are going on? Because they're so caught up in themselves.
That's right.
That's our problem. We're divided as a nation and we're caught up in ourselves. We'd rather talk amongst each other, and then when somebody stands up to do something, we don't know what's going on because we didn't listen to them to begin with.
Preach it. Preach it.
That's right.
But then you want to bash people for going up there and doing and standing up. Where were you?
That's right.
Why didn't you stand up? What is it going to take for you to stand up? What is it going to take for you to listen?
Yes.
What is it going to take for you to be the leader? Followers. I don't care what it is. Stand aside and forget the division. The division's got what this country's got. Division is the reason why we're in this country. Because we're divided. We don't look to our left. We don't look to our right. We don't meet our neighbors. We don't even talk and smile at each other and say, hello, how are you?
That's right. That needs to stop.
We'd rather look down upon each other and knock each other for our indifferences. Look at me, I'm tattooed. I've got big old beard. I'm married to a Mexican. You know, how much different can you get than that?
We love you.
I do get passionate. I start stuttering when I get passionate. I get upset.
You're real, because you're real.
Because really, every problem that we have in this United States is easily solved. It's so dang easy. All we have to do is live by one rule. One rule. And everything would be solved. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. The golden rule. Everything else, well, I'll have to go to the side. If we treat others the way we wanted to be treated, Democrat, Republican, Hindu, Buddhist, Catholic, Baptist, I don't care what you are. If we treated others the way we wanted to be treated, what problem would we have in this world? What problem do you see we would have?
We'd have world peace.
No, it's too easy to hate each other.
Love one another.
Too easy for me not to like you or you not to like me. That's what it boils down to, guys. Will we ever solve this problem? I hope so. Am I losing faith? I'm starting to. I really am starting to lose faith. I'm losing faith in humanity. Because we won't stand together for something that's so easy. Look at the crowd here. Yeah, it looks good. I'm glad to see everybody here. But this place should be standing room only. There should be no rooms on these benches. There shouldn't be no rooms out in these woods. It should be backed up all the way back to Washington, D.C. That's the problem with the convoy we had. Everybody said, oh, look at thousands of people standing up on these overpasses. Oh, they're all out there. Oh, we love you truckers. Yeah, it was 60 miles long is what I heard. It should have been coast to coast. And if you couldn't afford to go to D.C., why weren't you out there in your front yard waving that flag every single day? Why weren't you standing out there anywhere on your own courthouse steps? There's so much we can do. But no, we look for a reason to hate each other. We look for a reason not to do it. I don't want to go out there because I don't like the glasses you're wearing. I don't want to go out there because he's wearing a vest over there. He's part of a biker gang. Yeah, and I said biker gang. And I know that. But that's the kind of stuff that's said. Life's pretty simple, guys. I'm here for my grandchildren. I'm not here for myself. If it were me, I wouldn't care. I just move up in the mountains somewhere and you guys would never see me. But I gotta live here with my grandbabies. I gotta leave a world for my grandbabies to live in. I don't know about you guys. I'm sure I speak for most of you. Alright, I love you guys.
Love you guys so much. And like you said, they're not here for a pat on the back. They're here to inspire you, and that's why we love y'all, because you're real. We got another gentleman here. Where's our visionary representative? We've got the G4s, we've got the kinfolk in the house today on the live stream, and now we've got the visionaries. X-Ray, oh my God.
Let's hear it from Becca.
Hey, let's hear it from Becca. And let's hear it from the Missouri Patriots. That's right, Missouri 10-4. 10-4. Hey, special shout out to to these big truck drivers bringing these big, beautiful semi-trucks in here to stand up for freedom, waving that American flag. All right, big shout out to the bikers who have come in here with these flags. You don't know how much you motivate me. Good job. Good job. We got freaking 18-wheelers. Oh no, Bobtail doesn't have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-wheelers. Sorry, Trucker G. Now he's up. He's angry. So freaking 10-wheel bobtails. We got 4-wheelers. I bet we got a dually up here. Right now we got the 2-wheelers. Thank you, bikers. On August 13th in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, if you ride a motorcycle and you care about your country, you better show up. Double check my dates. All right, you can reach out to Jeff at East West, or you can reach out to the Panhandle Patriots Motorcycle Club, and they're having an event for freedom. Some of my buddies up there from East West Trucking are going to be there with semi-trucks. So all you patriots show up in Idaho, you know they hold the line too. I just want to thank you guys for having me here. If you watch the channel, you've seen some pretty rough stuff in DC, right? I've been on DC. I led the 30 vehicles in when we took the National Mall. Right, I did that reconnaissance to make sure that we could park trucks there. And now we've seen some pretty rough stuff. We've seen arrests without being served with any kind of warrant or any kind of ticket or summons, just being arrested. I watched DC Metropolitan Police getting David Riddell saying a semi-truck and steal it. When they stole it, they backed into Brian's semi-truck, right? They backed into that and drove away. So that's hit and run, fleeing the scene of an accident, right? There's a woman on the ground with a broken arm, Shelley, who gave me her dead son's truck, that Marine's truck. Marine who was wounded in action in 2006, Bobby Porter. You know, I was driving that truck with this casket flag for him. And after they stole his truck, they stole my truck right off the street. They kept it for more than a week. They damaged the mirror, they damaged the dashboard, they stole items from the truck. They found nothing. No weapons, no explosives, nothing. When they gave it back to us, they did it in a wooded lot, in an abandoned parking lot, and gave us no paperwork. We live streamed the whole thing. We had firefighters there with the power of attorney. So what's happening in DC is corrupt. All right, we need to stand up against the corruption that we know is occurring. The longer you stand by and watch your freedom erode like a riverbank into the river, right, the worse it's going to be for your children and your grandchildren and for yourselves. I just want to respect and shout out each of you Missouri Patriots for being here, being on the ground and standing up. I see other veterans here as well. Thank you to my brother and sister veterans who are here for standing up. If you're at home watching and you're a veteran, you need to get on the ground now. Get out here now. Get out. All right, we want to be peaceful and we want to be nonviolent. Peaceful and nonviolent. All right, I'm looking at this like, you know, the Milk Person March, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., right? Just peaceful, nonviolent, and people are voting now who, right, didn't have rights before, they have them now. All right, so we need to stand up for freedom peacefully, okay? We need to come together no matter what group we're with, the People's Movement, the People's Convoy, whatever, Freedom Convoy, Liberty, you know, 1776, whatever it is. Just put that trash behind you and come together with your brother and sister patriots for freedom, all right? And do it now. Do it now. Stand with these patriots. I respect you. Thank you very much for letting me join you today. Becca, awesome job as always. You know, I look around, I've seen 100 faces at least here today, standing tall. We're going to convoy. We're going to go on convoy, drivers. 10-4. Have a lot of fun. I appreciate you being here. Always stand up for freedom. Never be afraid to stand up for freedom. I want you to try to go to Washington, D.C. if you can. We're going to hold the National Mall. We're going to have a freedom presence there, waving American flags, singing karaoke, right? Cooking burgers for people. That's all we're doing. Peaceful and nonviolent. It's going on right now. We've been there 2 weeks. We've been occupying the National Mall for 2 weeks. It's the 1776 Restoration Movement, hashtag 1776M. The 1776 Restoration Movement is on the National Mall. It's occupied. We've held that ground for more than 2 weeks. All right, and they've tried all the illegal and immoral and inappropriate tactics they could come up with. All right, and they're not displacing the patriots. All right, because we will always stand for freedom. America is the beacon of light, right? The lighthouse of freedom for the world. And if you give up and if you don't stand up and if you don't hold the line with us, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose it. So thank you. I'll shut up. I'm sorry, Becca. But thank you all very much for letting me be here. I respect and support all of you. All right? Thanks a lot. Yeah, I got one more thing. Yeah. I want to do one more thing with you right now. Before every convoy into D.C., I've led 20 of them in there. We parked around the White House. We circled the White House with semi-trucks. We went down all the embassies on Massachusetts Avenue. We circled DuPont Circle. A lot of these drivers right here were with me. A lot of these big truck drivers were with me, all right? We can continue to dictate the tempo of the action. And that's what we need to do. You all need to come up with plans. Oh, here's a peaceful, nonviolent, fun way that I can wake up other people and make them love freedom. And make them stand up, or anybody can do it. Every one of you is a leader. All right? I believe in every one of you. What are we doing this for? We're doing it for our freaking freedom, for our children, right? So on three, I want to hear freedom. 1, 2, 3, and then I want to hear freedom. I want to hear it as loud as you can. All right? And I want to know if this means something to you. On three, ready? 1, 2, 3. Freedom! That's right. Thank you, Missouri. Great job, Missouri. Yeah, he's right back here, right? Yeah, he's in the green hat, guys. He's in the green hat. Come on up, please, Tony. I want to introduce you guys to a gentleman, to a farmer and a business owner. This gentleman farms thousands and thousands of acres of corn and beans. He's made everything for himself in his life. He hasn't been handed anything. He has more than 30 families dependent upon him, and he owns a truck driving company. This is Tony Quillen from TQ Trucking. All right, if you've been watching the X-Ray Vision channel on YouTube, you know we've stopped convoys at his property. They've hosted me. They've supported all of the patriots. They cooked for us, and then they came and rescued me. All right, and he fed me, and he sheltered me, and he clothed me, and he protected me. At his own personal expense, right? He put it himself and his family and his business at risk for helping me. Sir, I honor you. Thank you. And hey, while we're here, since he is a big league farmer, and since he is a big league truck driving company owner, I was just wondering if you'd be interested in hearing what's frustrated farmers, small business owners, and truckers, and what's bringing them out in hundreds and thousands to stand for freedom. Are we okay with that? So I know you didn't want this, I'm sorry, but America needs to hear from you. You're one of the Americans, one of the honorable Americans who Americans need to hear from so they know it's okay to come out. Right? You're another one of those Americans. This is Tony Quillen.
I really don't know where to start with this, but I'm not a really good speaker. I farm about 4,000 acres in Indiana. I'll start out with that.
Hold it close to your mouth.
Our input cost this year is triple. So I'll just give you a little hint. Last year, our input cost was probably around $300,000 to put our crops out. Now this year, it's going to be over $1 million just to put out our crops. So between high fuel cost and fertilizer, 28% nitrogen, we paid $175 a ton for it last year, and now this year we're over $400 a ton to do the same job. So, you know, what they're trying to do is weaken the American farmer to where there's no small farmer. They're trying to make it where there's big corporations. Once they get to the big corporations, then they got control. So the little guy is getting weaned out, kind of like the trucking. Trucking is kind of in the same way. So as an American farmer, I just want all the farmers to come out and start getting more involved in telling their side of the story. We work hard at what we do. We depend on Mother Nature to give us a crop. All we can do is put it in the ground and then hope that we get the right weather. Just like last week in Indiana where I farm, I got a call, I think, yesterday, the day before. I don't even know what day it is anymore. But anyway, we got some straight line winds. I don't know how many acres of corn it flattened. If it broke that corn off, then the corn's no good at all. It's done. So I'm hoping that it didn't do that to a lot of acres, but don't know that till I get back to the Indiana. But we definitely need to keep our small farmers and keep them in business and not let these guys push us to large corporations. And they're trying, but we'll just have to keep digging in, you know. Kind of like I believe it's is it the Dutch farmers that's getting a bad time right now? Am I correct? I haven't watched a lot. I'm getting into something I really don't know a lot about. I've just seen pictures. But I would hate to think that I don't think we're that far from being in that same position if we don't get a hold of this whole deal here. People need to come together and keep the small farms going. So, like I said, I'm not a very good speaker. This is one of my first times I did this.
You're doing great.
You're doing fine, Tony.
As far as the trucking, I run around 18 semis. I had 24 at one time. We spend about $1.5 million in diesel fuel per year in my little company. We're just a small company. We take care of about 30 families. Right now, just tell you a little about what's going on in the trucking. Right now, we have a hard time getting parts. They told us that the oil is a problem. We've already got our oil for the rest of the year, just so to make sure we got it. And it's a tough business too. So we got to keep our trucking companies, keep supporting the small trucking company, and it takes all you people to keep us going. And that's just a little about what I do. I have, I've just been taking care of my friend X-Ray for the last 7 days. He's been a gentleman.
That's
Somebody
a full-time
needs
job.
to. Somebody needs to.
Yeah, somebody needs to, you're right. And I met these wonderful people on the first convoy. I made like a whole new family, people I didn't even know. Me and Lisa, we drove out there in the convoy and met so many beautiful people, like the G's, X-Ray. I could just go on and on with a lot of people. And thank God we got the leaders we got to keep this going, but we need to get more. More people need to come down. Tell your friends, tell anybody, they can do this. All you have to do is step forward, get in your car, come to these little rallies and understand, and you get a whole new family. That's all you got to do. So I'm just a small guy trying to make a living, and started out with nothing. And I built a $3 million trucking company and about a $2 million farming business. I had nothing when I started. People told me I couldn't do it, and that kind of upsetted me when I was a 15-year-old. They told me I could not do this. And yep, you have your goods, you have your bads, but you get through it. Just keep it up. Keep trying. So I'm going to give this back to somebody else right now. So here we go, right here. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for inviting me.
It's such an honor. All right, so we've heard a little bit. Hope it's got you a little bit riled up. So now let's go make some noise. Let's wake some Patriots up. Everyone go out real quick. We are going to have Jesse, who just got back from DC. He wants to talk to us a little bit today too. And we're going to do some karaoke here in a little bit. Everyone just be mindful, stay as close as you can to the person in front of you. Safety first always. Jen, are you down here?
What?
Oh, there you are, right in front of your face. Can you help us with freedom blocking?
Yeah.
Are you up for the role? So watch for her black Jeep. She will be our freedom blocker. We're going to have all the bikers first. Mr. Bonnet, where are you at? There, right here. He's going to lead us. So if you want to go and get ready.
I guess I finally found something
We'll
to
get
do
behind you.
that
So I am all about us, a good convoy.
You've always been a
Let's
good
go
block
make
at
some
Central,
noise. This is
right?
a way in 2021 that we protest.
Yeah, we're going to head to
So,
the truck.
fly those flags, honk those horns. We're going to have the semis get directly behind the bikes. Everybody else just follow in suit behind. This is not a rush. This is a slow roll. Take your time. Follow the
Oh, I
leader.
don't know.
Follow
Where do you want
the leader.
Jen?
Honk those horns. Great. All color is your vehicle?
It's got a blue hood.
The truck has a blue hood, green cab, and a black box. It's a big truck. You'll see it. If I'm blocking an intersection, just keep on going through.
They'll come back.
Okay, and then do I have a volunteer who wants to head up the back? Whoever you are, I would like you to have either Zello or a CD. Who wants to be at the back of the bus? Back of the bus, right here. Channel 19 on CBs. Channel 19.
Let's
And there is
roll.
going to be a Silverado, so stay in front of these Silverados.
Let's go load up.
You guys are convoying.
It's a beautiful day for a slow roll in Jeff City, y'all. I got you looking at the ground. There we go. Now you can see faces. Hey, can you grab this?
Yep.
Thank you.
Easy, no, it ain't after dark.
That's my brother.
It ain't after dark.
That's my native brother, man.
You want to sandwich the bikers? Yeah, let's see that.
You want sandwich bikers?
Yeah, sandwich bikers. All right, my bikers. We're going to sandwich them?
Yes, so I'm in front of them, trenches behind them.
I'd rather have you behind me.
So you're in the
You
front.
would. That's why at the last convoy, I was in between X-Ray and Butch because Butch
Right.
likes to look at my rear end.
Something about Trent's being behind me scares me.
Did I scare you guys when I was flying by?
No, you did a good job. Got it?
Got her. Whoa, buddy. That was a long old walk. I'm telling you what. Melting like a snow cone in Phoenix today. All right, guys, it's going to get kind of wonky. Let me get you put up in the pedestal in the window. Ooh, still there.
Oh.
Sorry about that, y'all. Phone is super hot. G's getting the air turned on right now. I'm trying to get you guys put up in the mount so y'all can see.
He's fixing it up.
Cord's right there. There's the big blue dirty hood. Whew. Whoa, howdy. Just power box. Put this back here to cool off. Watch them look at these. You guys have been sitting pretty back here. The truck looks nice.
Shut that radio off back there.
Do I have to shut this thing off back here too? Huh?
No, let it go for a bit.
Okay. Alright. That air comes to go right.
Yeah, we're running low on fuel. We're gonna have to get fuel. Yeah, dude. Thank you. Sorry, guys. We'll get back to comments here in a minute.
Yeah, let me get situated. Watch it, watch it, I gotta put that up there. Hey. Oops, stop behind that ball. Hey, I said no. Down, buddy, so I can sit down.
Alright, it's the Japanese Joe Traffic for radio check. 1212.
Yeah, go ahead, Trent.
Share, that's a portable. Let me check another one. Oh, check 1212.
I gotta get some air.
It's working. How about my big radio? Big radio working?
Now we got someone down from there, please. Mr. Mulch.
Yeah, do you have a copy, Jen? We can get these semis up there to the front. It's pointless at this point. Copy's got you. I got one lot out there. Alright.
TT, lay down, mamas.
Okay, I'm gonna take position behind the two woods, okay? Everybody else, if you can hear me, I'm gonna skip the line.
Dave, we got some low hanging trees up here, so watch out when you come out. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to back it up and go the other direction. That way I don't hit the top of my truck.
Who's our convoy commander? Becker or Jesse? Alright, looks like all the two-wheelers are out. Check is in position behind them as that safety vehicle. Two-wheelers are good to go. Hey, Trent, where you want me? Hey, Joe,
Rick said, everyone stop at the restroom before we go.
come on, Blackwell. Okay, I'm right behind G.
Can't say cold beer, smoke
Low
break.
hanging trees.
Yeah. Alright, guys. Wendy said, I need some baking soda for my stinger. I got stung on the butt. Oh, honey. Give me a minute, my
Look at the
tongue.
cups.
They're watching. Watching TV.
What's that three there, G? On one side.
Yeah, I got you. We're going to get it. No, I missed that one. Got the other one though.
Slow down up front, we're playing flanking games here, still getting out of the parking lot. Gas vehicles clear the parking lot now. You X-ray, keep it tight and sexy back there. You're Roger, 10 Roger, tight
Door
and
just left
sexy.
everybody.
There's the intersection, stop cars. Oh, go on, we got it. Oh, go ahead, we'll block it.
Okay, I says,
Go
hey,
ahead,
geez,
you
you
want
kept
me?
X-ray a big secret until today, LOL. We kept X-ray a big secret. We didn't. I didn't know until we got here. Wendy says, on the road again. Woohoo. Greta says, let my truckers roll. Keep it sexy, easy now.
That's forward. Front end needs to slow way down. Well, I understand, but you can't tell them that.
Drummer 65 said, to all the Karens out there, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
We still come out of the parking lot there.
Country Strong says, you are doing it right.
We're
Hit
all
the
out the
stage.
parking lot. We're just trying to catch up.
DC is a waste of time.
Roger, do what you gotta do, driver.
Dr. Pepper Drinker says, proud to be an American. Deanna says, geez, we have a current person running for District 120 in Steelville, Missouri. He's a distant family. Everything about him is a lie. He's
Get there in a while.
Pray he doesn't get state represented.
Part of the good old boy network, is it?
Judy said, beautiful sound.
Alrighty, alrighty. It's a self-control track. It's a self-control track. If you get a break and breaker, we're looking good at the front of the line. I see the red vehicle, and I've got the two wheels, and right in front of me. We're looking good. We're looking real good. I'll be back there, Ken.
Carl said, Mr.
Yeah,
G.
we're spread out back here. Trench spread out back here.
You want me to go down the line? There's that right behind Blackwell.
Yeah, you're gonna slow down up in the front in order to bring it back together.
Forward, going down the final line. I'll get the lead vehicle.
Carl says, Mr. G, if a brown dot, Carl, comes in, he is fake. He cloned my legal name. Why? I had to switch it to this one. I am trying to see what I can do. Legal. That jerks from BTM. Gotcha, Carl. Linda said, why are we muted? You're not muted, honey.
If you can't hear, you might want to go out and come back
Yeah,
in.
leave the
sweetheart.
chat and come back in. Debbie said, don't forget to wave G-Force when we get to the
Front line slowing down to call. Front line slowing down to call. Front line slowing down to you guys. About the Capitol building right now. Well, I'm about 4 blocks behind. 10-4 blocks behind. Wait, stop. Down to cross number 5463 right now.
Jerry Wright says, I thought you were done with the convoy.
This is in my.
This is in our home state, Jerry. I heard a whip just hit the tree.
Front line coming to a stop.
Yeah, this one too.
Got it. Ow, ow, boots up to my toes, buddy.
Tree's a little low, ain't they?
Fernando says, what's up, G's? Hey, no problem, Carl. KJ Clark says, I hear you loud and
Back
clear.
the line, let me know when you caught up. We'll stop up front.
Dr. Pepper Jr. says, I see the Capitol.
Somebody make me some room.
You gotta get down, buddy. Can't be up in the window. Linda said, thanks, I figured it out. Kendrick
Let them know
song.
we're coming, boys. Hey, I'm coming up the bike lane. Gene, come get in front of me. I'm coming. There's lines going around the Capitol again.
Bring it on up here, Jen. I'll slow it down.
Here she comes.
Get down. Here comes the freedom block there.
Here comes Freedom Block King.
Coming up beside you, Joey. Steve, I'm on your right.
Barbara Pruitt said, good afternoon to you all, and Mooch at TT2. Where are you going today? We're here in Jeff City. We're getting ready to slow roll the Capitol. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, hold on, give me a second. You look at that way, you see the bikes coming around that side of the Capitol, past G's head.
I'm looking, Black Wolf. See you, buddy.
EPLVR says, Mr. G, what kind of pieces did you guys have? I've been looking for one, but can't seem to find what I'm looking for.
What?
I've got a smock. Rick says, make some noise. Rick says, honk for freedom, boys. Missy says, why are you going around the Capitol?
All right, turn with me, Jack.
To bring awareness, hon. To bring awareness.
I'll wait for you at the top of the hill.
Mega Man says, Missouri. says freedom. Kit Kat says freedom hug.
Y'all lined up behind me back there?
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Get all up in front of the Silverado there, Black Wolf. We'll take a little trip down there around the governor's mansion. Fix up that.
Chris says, finally got my top fan badge. Scoot over into G-Ride. I'm squeezing in. There's plenty of room for you, sweetheart. Deanna Grant says, hey, Jeff City, this convoy's in the house. J.E. Parker says, Mr. G sounds so happy and upbeat today. Nationwide Summer Hunt. How many you got running with you today? I have
I don't know.
no
Quite a few
idea.
cars now.
Honk for those babies.
Gonna.
I do the horn, people.
Oh. Christy Hernandez says, oh, how I've missed this. Love my G family. Love you too. James says, what a beautiful sight, a beautiful sound. Blow them loud and proud. Kathleen says, let's do a star salute party today. Star salute! Thank you, Kathleen. Myra says, on Sundays the lights blink. Gotcha.
Is that what it is? I wasn't sure.
Eva says, glad to be with the G family fighting for freedom.
Roll it on through, boys. Roll it on through there.
After you make that left-hand turn, the government man
Roll it
will
on
be there on
through,
the
Dave.
right-hand side.
Nationwide Silver Hunter said, what's up, Paul?
What
Darlene Chandler says, riding with the G's and love it. Donnie says, I was just watching X-Ray's feed. He's behind you, G's.
That's scary.
And you're worried about Trench.
I'm worried about them all.
Tammy says, who's been eating pickled eggs? P.U. That's some really good deviled eggs. Marcella said, did you see the 70,000 plus truckers are doing in California?
Yeah, I did.
Christy,
What makes me wonder about the 70,000 plus truckers in California was would they have to do what they're doing now if they'd have stood up a year and a half ago when I was talking about it?
No.
No, I'm not saying, I hate to say I told you so, but we've got to stand up and we've got to do things before they become law instead of waiting until it affects us personally. And then we got to be proactive instead of reactive. That's what it boils down to.
That's a cool stitch. Deanna says, honk those horns, much love from Canada.
Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm just guilty as everybody else. I've waited way too long to stand up.
Tammy says, freedom! Rick says, honk honk. Loretta says, roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. Mood Brand says, hello, Uncle Sam, USA. KR says, you guys hit that like button. Thank you, hon. Miss Tree says, y'all just restored the hope. Thank you for coming back. Made my day. CD Chase says, miss Mr. G's speech. Not my Foley's fault, but my husband's haha. Glad I can see repeat. Rick says, rattle those windows, wake them up.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, Black Wolf, loving it, loving it.
Dorian says, thanks, Mr. G, for the tour and the comments. Watching you and with you all the way from Canada. You're welcome, honey. Francesca says, only in Missouri. Drummer 65 says, make a stand before we fall. Richard Jones says, we all happy, my and meet Ricky Jones. Libby says, love it. April said, would like to see you all standing in solidarity with Santa.
This is part of solidarity.
This is part of it. We have to fight from all aspects that we can.
That's what I'm talking about with division, is comments like that make it sound like we're divided against what other people are doing. No, this is solidarity. This needs to be done all over the country is what it needs to be, what needs to be done. And as soon as you start making it, well, you need to do it with this person, or you need to do it with that person, you need to do it with this convoy, that shows division amongst us.
On them horns,
we can do it in all these different places and still have the same effect, if not more of an effect.
A greater impact. Because it's going to take each and every one of us to make a difference. Whether it be you talking to the people in the grocery store line, at the post office, at your doctor's office, sitting out in front of your house, waving your flag, going to DC, going to your state capital. It doesn't matter. We're all doing it together. Oh, Sandy B, thank you for the super chat, sweetheart. Super chat clap.
Thank you, Sarah.
Gloria said, don't boast about are they getting there.
Do what?
I don't understand the comment.
What's that?
Don't boast about are they getting there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy Cat Lady says, love to hear the horns for freedom. Francesca says, y'all need to go take a photo on the stairs or go see Mike Parsons at the governor's mansion outside the parking lot.
All right, get back to one. If you don't know, we're back to one.
Yeah.
Sue said, Mrs. G, my husband said you all should go to the restaurant in town you just passed. It's called Madison's.
We'll have to try that sometime. We just had a big old
our belly
lunch buffet that everybody brought. It was kind of a potluck, and yeah, I couldn't eat another bite if I wanted to. But
Cheyenne
yeah,
says,
is it pretty good? We'll have to try it.
On Sunday when no one is there, LOL. There are people.
I didn't set this up, guys.
But
I'm showing solidarity and I'm showing support.
But the thing is, there are people walking around, there are people in the shops down here and stuff like that. They're going to come out, they're going to be like, what is going on? Why is this taking place? It's going to raise questions, and they're going to dig, and they're going to find out. Because those people in those buildings that are our elected officials don't give a rat's behind, even if they were in there, and it was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. It doesn't matter. Oh, how sweet. Sue said, Ottawa here, Canada Convoy's here yesterday. Now you guys, great. Now let's wake up the world.
But you know, you say great on a Sunday. But yet you're watching it on a Sunday. How many other people are watching this on a Sunday? How many other people are watching Canada on Saturday?
He's walking his pups and enjoying it. Sharon said, too bad this could not be done while they're in session. They should see it on the news tonight. That's the thing. How many times did we do it while they were in session? And they didn't bat an eyelash. They didn't walk out their building. They didn't give a care. But you know what?
Forget the news. Social media is the new news.
But the people around in the different buildings and the different shops, they came out.
Forget the mainstream media, guys. Forget the mainstream media. They're only going to show what they want to show, and we've seen that time and time again. So why are we so worried about the mainstream media? The social media
but there's a big person back here on the front lawn of the Capitol. He's got his dogs
social
with him.
media is the new mainstream media. Because social media is showing the truth. These live streams show the truth. It shows start to finish. There is no setting it up to where you only show what you want to show. You're seeing law right or live and raw.
Jen 1973 said absolutely right. Harry said raising attention is good on any day.
That's what I think.
Patriot USA says you tell them, Mrs. G. Chuck CJ said, any fake media out there? Well,
Yeah,
of
there
course
won't be
not.
no
We
media
know
out
that. Cindy says, Hong Kong.
There would be no media out here if it was on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Exactly. And like I said, those people wouldn't come out of their offices to come see what's going on because they don't care. We need the American public, the American people to stand up together and stop being so divided. Go back here. Dr. Pepper Drinker said, doesn't matter what day it is, it's way awesome. Carol B says, Hong Kong from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Hashtag freedom. Gloria said, preach it, Mrs. G.
Look at that, I honked my horn. Neither one of them dogs had a seizure. Just saying. Those dogs didn't even look like they cared, did they?
No, those folks are just chilling. They're just out for their walk, enjoying the day. Honk for her.
I didn't see her back
She's
there.
got her phone out there, and what do you think she's doing? She's probably Facebook streaming, probably on YouTube, or taking a video to share on
TikTok or whatever.
on one of her social media outlets that she goes to. Kevin Happ says they will see it. Karma, Jefferson City is in Missouri. It is the state capital for the state of Missouri. Charlotte says, I don't watch the news anymore because it is propaganda, not news.
That's exactly what it is.
Rick says, open the window, got to climb out on the roof and get my flag. Diana says, even with live streaming, people still get it wrong.
Yeah. Because some people want to see what they want to see or hear what they want to hear.
Eric says, Pam and Eric are all loaded up, riding with the G's. Moots says, what is your truck brand? Mercedes or MAN or Hino or Volvo? It is
I've got a Kenworth.
Libby said, like and share this feed. Get the word out. Freedom. Jan said, Jan, I pushed that and it just rolled right up. She said, important. Reignite Freedom is forming the global walkout. It's happening in mid-September. Every business worldwide is asked to shut down and go to their country's capital, like we are seeing in the Netherlands, Italy, etc. for a protest. If people can't get to their capital, then form a protest their capital. They want hundreds of millions of people worldwide to show up. Let's push the WHO, WEF, and our governments back right out of the scene and take our countries back. Join the global walkout day. We'll come out later. Thank you, Jan, for that information.
It's Convoy normal.
Carol said, or Carolyn says, DC is so messed up from people behind the scenes running our USA. Ellen says, keep it sexy. 10-4. Jim 1973 said, there are people and those will talk. Pina, I think I said your name right. Sorry if I didn't. People at home or out and about have more time to watch than they do when at work with bosses watching and wanting them to work. Please get with the movement and be in unity. Blessings. Okay, says Trucker G, how long are you guys going to be there?
We're just here for the day.
Billy Bob says, I'm glad to see the G ride back in a Convoy. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. G. Mooch and TT. Good afternoon, hon. Barbara Long says, Trucker G, did I hear you correctly that you're going to DC? No, ma'am, you did not hear correctly. We're in Jefferson City, Missouri.
What I said, this is solidarity amongst all the different convoys. We need to stop just thinking that there's one convoy, one movement.
That one convoy isn't linked to another convoy. We're all Americans, we're all fed up, and we're all standing together. Doesn't matter what name of the convoy it is, or where the convoy is taking place, or who's taking place in the convoy.
Who you think's running, who you don't think's running.
All that stuff is trivial. Teresa says, Hong Kong, beep beep, freedom from Pennsylvania. Glad to be back riding with the G's. Love you both. Roll on and be safe. Piper Master says, no, sorry. He got a trailer that hooks up to his truck. LOL, sorry.
No.
Kimber says, we had a couple of friends that live in the boonies. One news channel, and they believe what they say. Guess who they voted for, and now complains about gas. Waywood Win says, glad to see you back, G's. Barbara Long says, thank you for clarifying.
No, you're welcome.
Heidi said, why isn't there very much honking?
There's actually everybody's talking about out there.
Yeah.
They were.
Darren says, Canada and the U.S. all one country. We believe stand together.
Amen.
That's right. James Brandt says, rubbing fifth wheel for luck. So watch out for that fifth wheel grease.
Thank you, X-Ray, for being here.
Ken says, the show me state is being shown. Tammy said, no spitballs at the bicyclists. Shelly for Freedom says, nice to see you, eh? Tony Chambers says, freedom from Iowa. Shelly for Freedom says, freedom. Crazy Cat Lady said, stand for freedom together. When we are divided, we lose. And that is the problem. It's just, and the government, they count on the division to keep us divided. P says X-ray. Give me a few moments. I gotta get YouTube pulled back up. When she put his paw on the tablet. Yes, he said, oh, there we go. He used his leverage to turn around. He's got a little short, heavy buck legs. Basil says, hi, G's. Well, hello, hon. How you been doing? Christine says, watching from and sending support from Canada. Freedom. Thank you. We love our Canadian brothers and sisters. Rick says, can we go to a Lefty's house and play with the horns, please? Pretty please, G. God bless you, and actually, God bless everybody. Deanna says, from New York, we need y'all here. James Deckard says, I'm back, had to run to Target and return an order. Guys, like, Missy says, ABC 17 in Jefferson City will probably be there, and they like to divide and only show us what they want. Also, have no journalists that don't know grammar or good journalists. They lie all the time. My tablet is being a little slow. Mike says, thank you, G's. Loving you both. Keep rolling. Love the Canadians for starting this. You all for following us. We are with you 100%. It says, just got done working at a fair. So, hopefully you stayed plenty hydrated. It's super hot outside, guys. I know I've been like crazy today. And for the past couple weeks. Heather Marie says, wish I was there with my people. Had to stay home today. Well, we understand, sweetheart. Marcel says, run circles around your state capital for freedom. James Brown says, are we Peterbilton? Out. Guys, my tablet's being kind of screwy. It's not pointing at my comments now for YouTube. Missy said it would be cool doing it in St. Louis mode and Kansas City mode. Michael says, happy Convoy Day. Tim Kelly says, hello from Missouri. How many trucks in the convoy? I don't know. England, 4 or 5?
5.
James Decker says, leave for 20 minutes, come home sweating like I was out for an hour. I know the heat is no joke, guys. Definitely drink plenty of water and go inside periodically to cool off.
Go, Dave.
Tammy says, I love that y'all are doing this and are back into the world. God bless you both. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, have you talked to Mike lately? No, we haven't, sweetheart.
They're smiling big.
Diane says, keep on trucking, G, our family G. Y'all are the best. Been with y'all the whole time. Phoenix, Arizona.
Much love.
Kevin Happ says, anyone want a pretzel?
Yeah. Maybe not. I'm full. Pretzel sounded good earlier.
Those beets were good. I think they had pieces of
apple.
Was it apple in it?
Apple.
Those were good.
Yeah, they were. I was surprised.
I liked it.
It don't sound good, does it? But
no, I've never had it. You know, the savory sweet taste is really good. I don't know who made it, but they were yummy.
I would have never thought. Yeah, it was good.
Barbara P says, when do you go back to work? Love this and love the G's.
Next week.
Michelle Brandon said, ugh, the break was way too short. Time to go back to work.
That's supposed to be work this week, and well, the last couple weeks, me and Mrs. G's taking 1 week to ourselves.
Yes.
For charity. We're doing some charity work with our riding club, motorcycle riding club, and then we're back to work. We gotta hit it hard.
Matthew Taylor says, nice to see trucks rolling with American flags on them again. Frank Griffin says, people talk like the G's and others have stopped fighting. They never have, but we all have to eat and make a living.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Amen to that, Frank. Teresa says, Slim Jims, anyone? Sue McGee says, Mrs. G, darn, just looked it up. Madison's restaurant is closed on Sundays. Well, good thing we live in Missouri, so we might have to just make a trip up here when we get some free time. April says, I'm all in support, but does it do any good on a Sunday? Just asking is all. And the thing is,
and I understand you're just asking, but let me ask you a question. Are you watching right now? How many other people are watching?
well, like this
With all the different live streamers that are here.
And not to mention, we're at this beautiful park, and there are a bunch of other people that are not here with the convoy, but they're out here, and they're taking pictures, and they're taking videos, and they're live streaming. And it raises questions. What's going on?
And I will say another thing is, it's doing a whole lot more. It's more than if we were to do absolutely nothing.
Because now, more than ever, we need the division to be gone and the American people to stand together. Because those people, the people that are elected that work in them buildings, this doesn't faze them a bit. But it'll definitely faze them if each and every one of us are standing up together. And they will take notice. Drummer 65 says, I got cheese poofs, orange man. Good, LMAO. Crazy Cat Lady says, thanks for opening my eyes to what the government is doing. I knew a little bit, but learned a lot more by following the truckers from the convoys. Rick says, pass me a tie down, please. Cindy Chase says, I need a super soaker. My family is hot. Karen Moore said, how's Mr. and Mrs. G and fur families for us all doing today? We're doing great, sweetheart. That's your buddy. Heather Marie says, my people are right in front of you in the gray truck.
Oh, right on.
I think that we had actually just ended the live when they had come over, and they said that she had to stay home.
Oh.
All right, you want to take that outside? I want to get the dog in the water.
In the front, and they want to just fly. And it's like, stop. This is a slow roll.
Yeah.
10, 15 mile an hour, not 30 or 40.
We know.
So I just hijacked the convoy.
Yeah. No, you did good.
So we got to see the governor's mansion.
Yeah, I see that.
Like pull something.
Come here, T. Here, you want
I love
to?
Joe.
You want to take the phone? I'm going to give these guys some water and take them out. Well, that's how TZ feels about that.
Once you take about, I think we're going to be ready to leave here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and end the live. We'll come back on.
Okay, guys. I'm going to go ahead and hydrate Mooch and TT and take them out so they can use the bathroom. Love you guys. See you after a bit. Oh, look, T, you're stepping on my feet, mamas.